We are following breaking news tonight. The Ford government will announce its plan to ease restrictions tomorrow. CityNews 680 has learned part of the plan includes restaurants opening at 50% capacity on January 31st. Today, the government made its case as to why, presenting a more positive COVID outlook, and for the third day in a row, the Premier teased what was coming.
We look forward to having a good announcement for restaurants and gyms and other folks that have been closed.
Ontario's latest partial lockdown kicked in on January 5th as cases of the highly contagious Omicron variant surged, collapsing the province's testing system and straining hospitals as frontline workers fell ill themselves. But today, Christine Elliott and the Chief Medical Officer of Health gave a more optimistic update.
We are beginning to see signs of stabilization.
For the first time in several weeks, the number of hospitalizations and cases in the intensive care unit is increasing at a slower pace.
The Minister of Health says data suggests Omicron will peak this month, with hospitalizations following behind a couple of weeks later. Omicron has had a different impact on ICUs than Delta.
Today, we have a total of 571 COVID-positive patients in our ICUs, compared to a high of just under 900 at the peak of Wave 3.
Both the Health Minister and the Chief Medical Officer of Health downplayed concerns that reopening schools this week will increase spread.
Of course, there's going to be some transmission. There absolutely will be. We've known that.
But Dr. Isaac Bogosh, an infectious disease physician, also believes it's time to consider moving forward gradually.
Details matter. I imagine the first steps would be, slightly larger gatherings and, maybe getting, more and more people allowed in indoor settings. I think it's going to happen sometime, and you can't stay like in the state that we're in for forever. You can't. And if the metrics are really headed in the right direction, yeah, it's okay to do it, as long as you are prepared to change course if things look like they're taking the wrong, or if things are headed in the wrong direction.
Today, the Premier said he was relying on the province's top doctor on how and when to reopen.
I follow the guidelines of the Chief Medical Officer.
But Dr. Moore said he was still compiling the data.
We will be continually reviewing data to inform that decision, and I can't make any foreshadowing of that statement.
And yet, it seems the decision has already been made, as we just heard from the Premier.
We look forward to having a good announcement.
So again, sources have told CityNews 680 the government will announce indoor dining tomorrow at 50% capacity. That will start. So the announcement is tomorrow. 50% capacity in restaurants will begin January 31st. Remember, the partial lockdown was originally expected to last until at least January 26th.